Hello everyone, welcome back to E-Classes of Commerce Standard 12th. In this video, we are going to begin characteristics of controlling. So let's understand characteristics of controlling one by one in detail. First point, related to planning. Planning and controlling are like two sides of same coin. It is planning that decides about the controlling process, whereas controlling makes sure that activities are carried out according to the plan. So, planning and controlling are like twins. Controlling is not possible without planning. Second, function at every level of management. Controlling is the function that is required at every level of management. It is not limited up to any one department or section, but it is required at every level of management. Higher officers control managers, manager controls the subordinates, and so it is required at every level. And the extent of control depends on the level of management. Third point, continuous process. Controlling is exercised on the activities that whether the work is done according to the plan or not. But it is not that once the control is exercised, then all the time the work will go according to the plan. It is constant supervision that makes possible the work according to the plan. So constant efforts are required to do the controlling every time and to remove the deviations. If continuous controlling is done, the deviations and mistakes and errors will be removed, and quality control will be there and cost control will be there. So controlling is a continuous process. It is required from the beginning till the end. Fourth point, it is an end activity of management. Among all other managerial activities, planning, organizing, directing, controlling is the last activity or the end activity of the management. First, planning decides the objectives, organizing implements them, directing gives the direction for the same. After all that, controlling begins. Controlling is not possible if things are not initiated. That means, according to the plan, if work is not started, then controlling is not possible. Controlling is only possible if the work has already been started. If work has not started, then on what controlling process can be done. So controlling is possible only if the activities get initiated. Thus, controlling is the end activity of management. Fifth point, related to future. In any business unit, past mistakes cannot be corrected or improved, but upcoming activities can be analyzed and it can be supervised to make sure that errors, wastage, and losses are reduced. So, benefit can be taken for the future. So, the main objective of control is to see that errors, wastage, and losses which have occurred in past should not be repeated in future. Controlling is thus related to improvements in future. Next point, it is a constructive activity. That means controlling gives some outputs and results. Generally, controlling is considered as a negative activity, but that belief is incorrect. It is a positive activity because it guides properly and rectifies mistakes and takes steps to ensure that mistakes are not repeated. Thus, it is a constructive activity. Seventh point, internal process. Controlling can only be exercised in business unit internally. It cannot be exercised on the external matters. It can be exercised on internal matters like sales department, purchase, financial matters, accounts, or working method of employees. So, controlling is exercised only internally, not externally. It cannot control the external factors like change in government policy, inflation, depression. All such things cannot be controlled. So it's an internal process. Eighth point, dynamic process. As per the situations, sometimes planning change and accordingly fast changes are made in controlling process too, as controlling is related to planning only. If planning is changed, controlling processes also change. So it's a dynamic process. Ninth point, controlling is person oriented or subjective activity. Controlling is a totally person oriented activity, as it is done for the improvement of the activities of workers, by the workers, and for the workers. We can see that each and every activity performed is ultimately performed by the persons. The managers find the errors, that means persons finding errors, and other persons are correcting them. So the errors and deviations are due to the human weakness. That is why we can say that control is very much person oriented or subjective activity. 10th point, controlling can be formal or informal. Initially, when the controlling process is planned out, at that time it is planned on the formal basis, but slowly and gradually, with the passage of time, an informal system of controlling can also be established among the managers and subordinates. At times, such an informal system of controlling can also be more effective. So, here we have completed 10 characteristics of controlling. Go through the topic, revise it thoroughly. Thank you.